We don't know where Richie Rich is.
Hold on.
Hey, right.
Like, hey, we just put everybody in there. It was like somebody was like, hey, y'all know Drew Down just got locked up. Okay, we got.
They're gonna be like, okay, take him off the list. So
they would have put Boosie Collins up there because that's his daddy.
but I said, but E40 was there. E40 could have came out. Like, that's it. And then
also, before we go on from I Got Five on it, that they were doing the West Coast version of I Got Five. I don't know if you noticed. There's a West Coast version where they go, I got 5 on it, bitch. And they have to keep bleeping it out.
Yep.
And that's only like an Oakland West Coast thing where they do it when they perform, and they put that bitch behind it. They kept bleeping it out though. Because I was like, I saw their mouths go, bitch.
I was wondering why the dancers were doing the Humpty dance. The dancers were doing
5 like this.
They were doing that. And I'm like, why are they doing the Humpty?
Well, in the video, they do 5 like this too, though.
Them girls was doing the Humpty dance. I know what I saw.
They're Oakland.
Well, like I know that. And then Lady of Rage comes out. Afro Puff's looking good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and I'll say this, and I love the crowd response to that. Right, like one big thing was definitely the crowd response. And I have at the top, the old heads are living their life, and that's when I said Nelly is kicking it. So there is definitely was a age gap that's in there, right? So I don't even want to say 40 and up, right? I'll give you 35 and up. So you got 35 and up, 35 and under. 35 and up was living their best life. 35 and under was enjoying it. But when their people were out there, you could tell that their energy changed. Like they were more like, okay, I really know this song. The old heads were kind of grooving with the young folks with like the real shit. So when YG came out, Tyga, Roddy Ricch, and
question on YG, why did he have on platform pumps like Prince?
I have another costume issue in here somewhere that we'll get to. It was with Gunna, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I'm so happy that they put their names on this thing because I didn't know who none of them boys was.
You didn't know who YG was?
I didn't know who none of them niggas was.
Oh wow, okay.
I didn't know
who YG was,
and I'm not ashamed of that.
No, they don't know nobody that came out after 2010.
My part, I keep trying to tell y'all that. I keep saying that, and I don't know why nobody listen to me. Like you kind of like so like I didn't know who they were, but I'm like, okay, then they ended. Then DJ Quick comes out and says, I dedicate this performance to Tracy Ellis Ross. That tickled the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that threw me off. I was like, what the hell?
And so but my guesstimate is because she was him for Halloween a couple of years ago, and she, basically they had the same hairstyle.
She didn't have to do much with this.
Right. All she did legit was throw on all black, and she kind of drew a little mustache on her, and then she was DJ Quick.
But you be Quick hitting the jerk though.
I did see Quick hit the jerk, and it's like so I'm cracking up, and I think the audience is loving it because it's funny as shit. Like first off, he comes out, he mentions Tracy Ellis Ross, so people are already laughing. We're already into the performance, and then he starts doing the jerk, and it's like, listen, nigga up here doing the jerk. Go ahead, Quick.
This old ass.
Like, go ahead, Quick. Go ahead, and get up there and do the jerk. Like it's like it ain't a hating situation. It's like this nigga up there kicking it. Yeah. But with him doing Tonight, I'd have done Straight Outta Compton. Not Straight Outta Compton, Born and Raised in Compton. I'm sorry.
Born and Raised in Compton.
Born and Raised in Compton. I know that Straight Outta Compton is not a DJ Quick song. Before somebody in the comments says some shit. Like,
she don't know her hip hop.
Right, like no.
It should have been that though.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been Born and Raised in Compton. Like that. But I don't know if more people know Tonight. I don't know. Like sometimes I wonder is it more of a popularity thing? But
Tonight is more of the crossover song though too. You can go to some white frat boy parties. If they gonna play DJ Quick, they gonna play Tonight.
You gonna hear that? Yeah,
that's it. So Yo-Yo can't play with my Yo-Yo.
That is pussy. The other one's like pussy. They like to play too, but obviously you can't do that one on the
right. Cypress Hill. And I rarely see them anywhere. So this was a treat. And it was actually, I want to say in one of the hip hop groups or something, somebody had mentioned Cypress Hill recently and was like, how come they don't get, mentioned?
Yeah, they're big festival acts.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. So they came out, but even with that, with the song with them doing How I Could Just Kill a Man, I'd have thought Insane in the Membrane.
Yeah.
But as they're doing How I Could Just Kill a Man, Chuck D is in the audience singing along. So again, what do I know? I don't know shit. Too Short comes out and does Blow the Whistle. He'd have done better. So again, this goes into where you D9 people at, because he could have done Shake That Monkey and brought some SG Rose out. That's all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying, because it is their theme song that they have come up with.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's still amazing.
But
It's still amazing.
as opposed to Shake That Monkey, y'all let Too Short do Blow the Whistle on primetime CBS
And say,
on a Sunday night and ask the crowd, what's my favorite
word? Why they gotta say it like
and,
short?
And I think to myself about the Super Bowl and Janet Jackson's nipple and how America in its whole form was destroyed that day because of that 0.2 seconds of a nipple on TV. But Too Short asked y'all, what's my favorite word? With thousands of people in the audience screaming out, bitch. So it's, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not upset at it. It's just interesting that was okay. And then E40 comes out. I would have rather heard Sprinkle Me.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Did we miss Roddy Ricch?
Oh, Roddy Ricch. I don't know what. So, like I said, I have YG, Tiger, and so Tiger did Rack City. I knew that song. I didn't know that song. And then because I used to say Slack City when I would go to Old Navy and buy all the slacks on sale. Like Slack City, bitch, slack. Or I got slacks on slacks. So I actually did know those songs. Roddy Ricch, I didn't know his song, but he did perform. So, and he was before DJ Quick.
And so E40, Scott, I mean, I get, tell me Where to Go was a big crossover song though.
Yeah, it probably was. Oh, yeah, it's probably his bigger crossover song before Snap Your Fingers.
Yeah.
Because if you do Sprinkle Me, yeah, half the crowd gonna be looking like all the 40 and over is gonna be
40 and over gonna be out there living their life trying to find sugar tea.
They'll be doing the little dance.
Right.
I mean, I would have loved you if you went, could I save her?
Yeah.
Put the mic out. I want to be saved.
That part. No, that'd have been dope. I call it the conscious rap section.
It was kind of
like the setting.
The backpack section.
Yeah, I like the backpack section. I liked it. Like I liked the library that they were in.
It was
I thought that was dope. I liked it, just that. I don't know who invited J Hood to introduce them, but again,
Q-Tip wasn't there, was he?
No, Q-Tip wasn't there.
All right.
No.
All right.
Arrested Development comes out and does Everyday People. Now, I would have done Tennessee, but Everyday People has that great call and response. So get that. I got it. Old girl from Arrested Development is still hella hype.
Mishi.
Yeah, still hella hype since day one. And you gotta love that.
Because she waiting on that game of horseshoes. She waiting.
You're right. I think you're absolutely right. That is
wait.
A game of horseshoes. Carmen does. I used to love her, which was great. Queen Latifah. I don't know what the song was that she did, but I liked it. Talib Kweli does get Just to Get By. De La Soul comes out, and that was hard because we've just recently lost a member, and it's like that just sucks. Right. And I wrote it then, and then I think I ended up writing it again later when they did the actual tribute. And I was like, it's so fucked up because like it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. How many people didn't get to make it to see this 50th anniversary? Or how many of these artists didn't even make it to 50? Right. Like, because most of our favorite artists right now, most of your favorite are some of our favorite rap artists are in their 50s or they
close to 60.
Right, or they close to 60, or they didn't make it to 50. And so it was like, damn, that's like fucked up.
And that was that Dougie Fresh set. him and D Nice. That was, and all the dead rappers' names come across the screen.
Oh my God! So yeah, I got that written down too. So that's when I said it again on my when I was writing it down. But yeah, the Dougie Fresh thing, that was depressing because he's named. So there's people that he names. I wrote down all the people that he was naming. But then as he's like, look at the screen, and you're seeing like this ridiculous amount of names getting like posted up there, people that we've lost, and it was like, damn,
just going through
like, like, and again, and these weren't people that died of old age. In other genres, they lose their people to old age.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd be like, oh yeah, so and so just passed away. They was 87 years old.
We'll lose somebody when they just coming out.
Right. So it's like, damn. So like it was like I said with De La Soul, like I loved it. I loved Diggable Planets coming out.
It was great the way they mixed in all the verses together on that.
Yeah, I like that. And then makes right because I'm sitting there trying to rap along. I'm like, wait, do I not know the words? Like, wait. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. We out. Dun, 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 dun. Far Side, Can't Keep Running Away. But to that point, like you ain't do passing me by. Like, and the Lynn Manuel, the guy that did Hamilton, he had just talked about that song. So I'm like, oh, Far Side, like, and I knew that Far Side was going to perform. But I'm like, oh, they're going to do that. No, they did. Okay, well. All right, and then Black Sheep, choice is yours. So, and that was a great closeout.
And for this a tidbit, that's the first time Black Sheep has performed together since like the early 90s.
Wow.
They got a lawsuit against like the streaming or something?
Yeah, he lost it last month. He lost it.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the first time they didn't been together like on stage together since back in like 92, 93.
Damn, since they was hot.
Yeah. So they reunited for that, and that was something I thought about even with the Salt and Pepper Spinderella thing. When I saw them come back together and be like, dang, they put it whatever they had against it that he did. It was like, yo, we finna do this hip hop 50, and that's what makes me think like, why didn't Salt and Pepper and Spinderella be like, you know what, we gonna do this, push it real quick. It's only 30 seconds, and we can go back to hating each other after this 30 seconds.
Put these A-ball jackets on,
exactly, and be done with it.
No, that is funny. So right before Akon, this lady comes out, and I said, "Who is this African lady trying to bring class and a bit of Wakanda?" So it was a Nigerian actress who actually she's actually on a TV show on CBS.
Mm-hmm. Bob Love Abiscola.
Right, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But then Akon comes out to share his global reach.
This is where it hit the speed bump for me.
This is where it got a little confusing for me because it was like I don't think of Akon and global reach, and maybe I just don't think of him in that way. Like I know that there are things that he's done. I just didn't. So he comes out with Styles P. They do Locked Up.
Let's be for real. He paid for this, y'all. Let's be for real. Let's just be for real. He paid for this segment. He
probably did. He
paid for this in Akon dollars or Akon. What is it? Acoins or whatever it is called. Yeah, he paid. This is a deliberate thing where you can say this is a pay for play situation. There's no way you let this one man do 5 songs in his own segment.
Hey, you think he got mad because Soul Train gave T-Pain that Legend Award? He was like, nah, fuck this.
That could be it.
He's like, fuck this. He ain't even using his real voice.
Hey, the black dude from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Andre Brower.
Yep.
Like he was like the sheep. He passed away. He died.
Andre Brower.
I just got the New York Times alert. Andre Brower, the actor who starred in Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Homicide: Life on the Street, has died at 61. And
I remember him from Get on the Bus.
So, with him, when they said Homicide: Life on the Street, Law and Order is basically a spinoff of that. So in some of the earlier episodes of Law and Order, there are a lot of crossover episodes between Law and Order and Homicide: Life on the Street. So like Detective Munch used to be in Baltimore for Homicide: Life on the Street. So that's one of Stacey's little white TV show tidbits for you. out there. But
damn.
But now I've been actually trying to find that show or be able to watch it without having to pay for it. But I do want to watch. If I love Law and Order, I know I'm like Homicide: Life on the Streets. But he just passed away. So rest in peace to this man. He died at 61.
Oh, wow.
They said 61. So again, to my point earlier, we aren't dying of old age, right? Like, yeah, he said he died on Monday after a brief illness. Yeah, no other information was given immediately. It's a developing story, but yeah, like a brief. Like, we're not done, but going back, so we're going to get to the tributes in a second. So Akon gets out there. He does Locked Up. Somebody, Africa's newest superstar, Black Bone, performs, and then Akon does.
That's why I'm telling you, this is paid. That's one of Akon's artists.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Oh, yeah. I was like, that ain't Burna Boy.
Like,
I immediately Google. I had never heard, and I'm not saying I'm the biggest on Afro beats.
Right.
But for you to be one, I was like, let me Google this. Convict music all up in the background.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that this young man is signed to Akon's label in some shape, form, or fashion. Like, it could have been his son. I don't know, but I knew it was somebody that was associated with Akon, right? So then he gets to do that, and then he does 3 more songs. And so to their point, how the fuck did Akon get a whole segment to himself?
Yeah.
Like, there's no logical reason to give Akon his own section.
Yeah, LL could have got that.
Man.
Regina Hall's introduction was very funny. I've heard some of the things that she's learned from rap artists, like Corrupt and Snoop told him that ain't no fun. The homies can't have none.
No, she said the joys of sharing.
The joys of sharing.
Joys of sharing.
Kenya Lay, an oral educator, eloquently told us, and it's like we're saying, then Kia Jeffries, who gave us eloquently gave us detailed instructions to put it in your mouth. And I'm like, I couldn't have put it better myself. That sounds right. And then, of course, Uncle Luke, that taught us that a lot of things can pop in any position. And, and then she saluted Captain D. So
it would have been even awesomer more if she had mentioned her ex-boyfriend in there somehow. Sadat X. It would be like, and don't let it go to your head now.
Right. Right.
But he would have probably spazzed out on Instagram like, oh, that's a diss towards me. You
know this bitch. This will never work again.
You dirty bitch.
But it'd have been cute though. It'd have been cute.
Like, we are all one joke away from being called a dirty bitch on Instagram. You raggedy bitch. But that would have been hers too. That would have been hers too for him. Listen, right, you raggedy bitch. Big Daddy Kane came out there and still doing that choreography like it ain't nothing.
Now I was mad at first. I thought that was Scoop and Scrap. I wanted to be Scoop and Scrap because I just wanted to see if the old man got it for one more show. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Keep up, man.
Fact is, I love that Big Daddy Kane still dances because that was a part of the culture. That's it. Mm-hmm. You rap, but you dance. You were an entertainer. In order to be an MC, you had to be able to control the crowd and take control. And by doing that, it had to do with your stage presence. There was no standing there and just rapping. You couldn't do that.
The next person up is the person that changed that.
Wait, hold on. After Big Daddy Kane was Black Thought.
Oh, the person after Black Thought is who changed that.
Right. And then the person who changed that is the God MC, Rakim.
Yes, because he has nothing but just walking around the stage. He is the king.
No, he's like, you gonna hear these words.
Right. Right. And to that point, with Rakim didn't have to, not to say that Big Daddy Kane had to dance. I'm not saying that it was like a distraction from what he was saying. That's not it at all. But Rakim, it's like, nah, like if I move too much, you gonna miss some of this shit. So I gotta stand still so that you can really grasp what I'm saying to you.
And then some of Big Kane stuff was catered to women. Rakim was just straight.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And I already hear in the comments. I just thought about it in the comments. They'll be like,
hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it. on the SOLC Network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.